Hello everybody, they call me Muse and I welcome you back to Hitman Freelancer and to the Crime Wheel Challenge. We will be spinning this wheel, and depending on which crimes come up, we will be banning those crimes from the levels that we face. And that's going to cause all sorts of difficulty and problems as we approach today's 4 levels. 2 are alerted. We're on level 3, so we're spinning the wheel thrice for each level. And I'm going to whip out my phone right now and spin the wheel for the first level that we're going to today. We're going to be banned from littering, so we can't throw items on the floor to attract people's attention or anything like that. We're also going to be banned from assaulting people. Our targets, we can of course hit with any of these crimes because they're our targets. Theft is also the third thing that has popped up on today's wheel. So things could probably be worse. We can murk anyone we like. We can't take their clothes though. Theft means it's basically going to be a suit only run. So where would be suit only friendly? Sapienza? Maybe. We're allowed to trespass, so that's good. And we're allowed to murk people, so we can trespass and then we can just murk everyone who gets in our way. And that's not a problem. So I think one of the alerted maps would be good. Drowning, perfect shooter, doors stay locked on Sapienza. No witnesses, poison target, pacify guards with concussives. Well, knocking people out with concussives would be assault, so we couldn't get a perfect run on Santa. In theory, we can get a perfect run on Sapienza. We just need to perfectly shoot people. So I think we'll go there. And we can't do time to get disguises because we're not allowed to steal disguises. We could do silent assassin suit only, but I don't fancy my chances, so we'll take collateral firearms. And we don't need a lockpick. We do need a seeker if we want to drown someone, I would imagine. Let's worry about guns first, and then we'll see how much space we've got left. So for collateral firearms, we're looking at El Matador probably, or a piercing sniper rifle. I feel like a piercing rifle is probably the best bet, so Leviathan, and that does leave us ample space for ducks and whatnot. Although we can't throw ducks on the floor, because even though they're not going to be there for long, that's still littering, which is against the rules. Same would apply to any sort of thrown grenades or similar. Although not to Semtex blocks that we physically stick on a wall. That wouldn't count as littering, I've just decided, in this moment in time. Maybe we bring some syringes, just, you know, we don't normally. Maybe a keycard hacker, in case we have to go into the biolab or something like that. Although, would that break doors stay locked? I think it would, wouldn't it? So we'll leave that behind, actually, and we'll just go. Let's see. It's going to be vanilla, because we haven't got Freelancer Variations back yet. So let's see where we need to be. Okay, we're up here. That's good, probably. We do have most of our mods back. We're just lacking a bit of Freelancer Variations. We have targets Nadia, Padre Francesco, and Claudio Parisi, who looks to be... Yeah, they're in the kitchen. Okay, so we do need to go into the mansion. Yeah, the problem I had with the mods last time, basically, there's 2 things you have to do to get mods up and running. You have to install them, then you have to deploy them. And I was having issues deploying my mods, and I didn't realise exactly what the problem was. But now I've fixed that issue, so all is well. We'll destroy that evidence. And we can't pick up his gun to replenish ammunition. We don't need to hide bodies to avoid littering, but I'm doing it anyway, just cause. And now that we've got an outfit... Oh no, we haven't got an outfit because we can't steal things. I was literally just saying that. What a silly person I am. I'm going to constantly be forgetting which crimes we're allowed and which we're not. It's probably easy to remember what we can do. Maybe. We can trespass, we can murder, we can use guns willy-nilly. So let's just take all that into consideration if we can. So who do we try and vom? Is it Nadia? I feel like she's going to go into an apartment block and just chuck up in a bin rather than going to a toilet. Now, doors stay locked, which means we can't pick the lock of Rocco's door. But potentially we could summon him with his doorbell, and when he opens his door, we could attack him. But then again, we can't assault him. We'd have to murder him. And I don't like murdering civilians. So, maybe we don't do any of that either. We can't even get into our own safe house.
Always dating men who are like my brother. Oh, I'm gonna be sick.
That's weird. So maybe we follow her into the mansion. She's not the most observant, so we should be able to sneak up behind her. Doors must stay locked, but NPCs can open doors for us. Like so. This door isn't even locked, I don't think, but we'll wait for her anyway. And now, let's see. So our target is just a dude. He would come over here and puke, probably. So he could be our drowning kill, but we'd have to get a shot off towards him without being seen by the chef. If we turn off the radio, the chef will be the one who's distracted by it, so we can't have that. Good, that worked. We'll hop in the box just to be on the safe side. I don't know if he's likely to see us whilst he's mid-chuck up, but we don't need to take any chances. So down he goes. Good. Now we need to leave the area without Rocco's sister causing us any bother on the way out. This door can be opened from this side and it doesn't break doors stay locked. Good. She's not too concerned about the fact that we just came out of a restricted area. I guess she's thinking, well, he's coming out of it. It's not going into it. That's fine with me. And we appreciate her laissez-faire attitude towards these things. So this target down here is probably a good bet for collateral. There's ample spots around here where we'd be able to take a pop.
Hi.
How do we deal with our man, though? Nope. I wanted to go in and confess. Oh well. Would have been convenient to be able to pop in there. But alas, this corner is quiet. Our target, though, is not sort of... Yeah, she's sort of standing behind the street performer. But there are people over here. So given as she moves, but the street performer doesn't. Oh no, he goes for a drink, doesn't he? But there are other plebs over there as well. But now this guy's come out. Okay. Let's bob back into the church, see what the priest is up to now. So he's still doing his thing. He's going to leave when she leaves, right? Yeah.
I'm not sure I know who you
Piss.
are.
I forgot he's a target. Run away. Yeah, I forgot about the whole alerted mode thing. So we kind of got caught there. Is there a camera up here on this version? No. So where does Priest go from here? He might eventually come in here. But this door's probably locked? Yeah. So that's no help. What happens if I just go into a confessional? I don't have the option to sit down. Priest doesn't seem to want to come in. He's too busy praying and whatnot. Where's his
Hello,
next
handsome.
step? So he's going back that way. He's going out there. It's not the most subtle move in the world, but it works. And now we just need to find somewhere safe to assault, to collaterally take out Nadia. So she moves around quite a lot. We're going to have all sorts of options for dealing with it. It's just a case of picking our time. That door's locked, yeah? No, that door's not locked. Interesting. Now, what if we stood, like, here? Then she comes back. No, too slow. Wouldn't exactly have been subtle. But it would have worked. She's going to make her way downstairs again. Go and stand near the street performer. Can we pop her from up here? In any way? Probably not, because that guy's going to notice. And although we can get into this apartment building, getting into any of the apartments or the balconies would probably involve breaking open locked doors. So that's unfortunate. Because yeah, we can come in here and we can go upstairs, but then that door is just closed, and if we go up further, that door is... Oh, it's not locked. Oh, good thing I checked. So this could be a good spot, except we're kind of on top of her. That's the locked door, okay. So yeah, this isn't actually a good spot. We probably want to be at ground level so that we're on a similar level to her. And then we can get a shot from somewhere. No, that church guy is wandering off over there. So we could potentially whip out our gun here. No, you go... Oh, piss. Good. Job done. Now people are going to wander over here and ask questions. Where's Supplier Friend? Are they in the garage area? We can potentially get across to Supplier Friend with a bit of trespassing without any other bother. Probably just need Rocco's sister to do her thing once again. We're allowed to temporarily put down our briefcase and then return for it, or would that count as littering? I don't think that would count as littering. I think that would be considered acceptable. Because then we could sneak in up there. Yeah, it might be similar to germaphobe rules, where we're not throwing our briefcase around to distract people, but we can put it down and then pick it up again.
How you doing?
But then again, we could also just wait for Sister of Rocco to return and let us back into the mansion. There's other ways in. We could blow up a car and then run in while these guards are distracted, but I'd rather not do that because we'd break Perfect Shooter in the process. Oh, she's just left. But that's fine. That means she'll be going back in momentarily. Now, are we going to be able to buy any weapons that aren't large? Also, we just got caught by that camera. That's a pain in the butt. But it's not the end of the world. Yeah, we almost got caught by some more people, but again, not a problem. Just need to avoid this guy. What we got? Great, we can't actually afford anything useful except for a duck that we're going to get for free.
If you need anything else.
So that was a big waste of time. But that's okay. We'll just leave and everyone will be okay with it. Bye, friends. Off we go. It's a good start. There's our duck. Now, are we going to get nice objectives that allow us to get alerted Santa Fortuna out of the way? Also, let's spin that wheel and see what we get. Oh great, we started with theft again, so it's suit only. Also assault. So we could be looking at the same rules as last time. Oh no, this time we got murder. Okay. So we can only harm our targets, and we've got to do it all suit only. That makes me think we probably want to do a non-alerted map this time around. Hokkaido's a bugger, suit only. So that would mean Berlin. And that would mean Hokkaido is our showdown. That sounds terrible. Can we get away with it on Santa Fortuna? Not with a perfect run, because as we've discussed, pacify guards, concussives. Okay. Hokkaido's other challenges are pretty straightforward. The only issue might be if we get a showdown and we get assault, then we can't poison guard or blind guard. We can't do those now because we've got assault. So Berlin is kind of the only level where we could continue our perfect run, because we're taking down a target with rare melee. So maybe it's Berlin. Pacify baseball bat. No, baseball bat is a common weapon. Spooky bat is epic. Can you use epic weapons for pacify target rare melee? I don't know. What if we bring a rare baseball bat along? Would that allow us to kill 2 birds with 1 stone? But what else do we want to bring? We can't assault or murder anyone who's not a target. We can get into locked doors this time though, because we don't have doors stay locked, so that's good. And we'll probably need that if we're trying to suit only our way around Berlin. So we'll bring our seeker. We can litter this time, which means we could bring rubber ducks and explosives in general. And we could bring a coin. Let's see what we can do with this lot on Berlin. I guess the theft, assault and murder combination isn't the worst thing in the world, you know, because a lot of the reason why you'd be assaulting people is to take their outfit, but if you're not allowed to wear outfits, then you don't need to assault people. Courtney is a target. They are down on the dance floor. Burkhart is a target who's also on that floor, but behind the DJ booth. Target number 3 is Abe, who is out near the radio tower sort of direction. They're probably an easy target to deal with, because there aren't many people out there. They seem to be on their own. Mushroom hunting, probably. Well,
Shit.
have some of that. Cool. So target 1 is knocked out and basically about to be crunched. Yeah, I think we'll go with the crunch. I think this is the first time I've done silent target takedown rare melee, and I've used a baseball bat for it instead of a concealable weapon like a baton. Also, there's an emetic mushroom out there which I could theoretically take, because picking up an emetic mushroom from the ground in this forest, you'd be hard pressed to call that theft, unless you consider picking up any sort of flora to be theft from Mother Nature. So there's a certain amount of nuance to theft that I hadn't considered before, but we'll leave that mushroom where it is because I'm not too bothered about poisoning people. Now, target's just strolling about on the dance floor. They could probably be dealt with without too much subtlety. The other target is drinking over there somewhere. Should have potentially brought a key scrambler along. But no, we're good. So there's our target. Maybe we can just take them out without any subtlety whatsoever. And then we could deal with the other target with the same sort of lack of subtlety and then go about our business, really. They're moving upstairs. Can anyone really see us if we stand here? That guy can. Is he a real guy? Yeah, he is. But he's going to shuffle away momentarily. He's just having a sip. Okay. Yeah. Oh god, where'd you come from? So... yeah, that guy's going to be a pain if we do it here. What if we come in here and Seeker them? Will that work out alright? Because they're going to come in here now, right? Yeah. Bonk. You come over to this box. And we are actually dealing with you with a certain amount of subtlety. Okay. No, we probably still don't have enough for the supplier, do we? It's not too hard to reach them because we just sneak in here. Oops. That would be stealing. We don't do that. Yeah, the fact that we can't rob safes or couriers is annoying. Well, it's not annoying, it's the challenge. But it would make it easier to buy things. Was that guy change direction? It looked like he was coming in just then, but now he's gone back to just standing about there. Yeah, he keeps pulling out his phone and then putting it away again. Okay, he's just being a weirdo. We could throw something up the hallway. We could also get his attention with a bullet, probably. Oh, piss! Perfect shooter. Fuck. As usual, I forget about perfect shooter at some point. I was thinking, I don't want to throw away my coin. So we'll use a bullet distraction. And it's cost us. But hey, gold baller. We'll take it. That was worth it then. I am going to be pissed off at myself though for the remainder of this video. Just because I forgot about perfect shooter once again. Absolute idiot. I suppose I should just be grateful that we had a smooth run. Things went much better than they could have done given the nature of the challenges that we weren't allowed to do. It'd be nice not to have theft next time though. I like disguises. Be nice not to have assault either, because I want to be able to knock people out with concussives on Santa Fortuna. What we've actually got includes vandalism. Okay. We'll take vandalism. We'll also take theft again. Okie doke. It's another suit only. I was going to do a suit only challenge again soon, but might leave it for a little while now. And we've got assault again. So because of that, we are not knocking out guards with concussives. No witness, poison target, we can do. Silence pistol kill, epic we can do. So it could be worse, maybe. Poison target, we bring a seeker. We can bring a lockpick. Because we can trespass. And we can murder. When you get one of murder and assault but not the other, it's not necessarily the end of the world. I'll still generally stick to my self-imposed rule of avoid killing civilians wherever possible though. But guards, yeah, guards can just go down. And that's absolutely fine. We'll bring a submachine gun just in case. Sometimes with no witnesses, that becomes necessary. Poison target, pacify concussives. We're not allowed outfits, so maybe we bring a sniper rifle as well. Just so that we can deal with people without having to necessarily get up close and personal with them. So where are the targets? One of them's very close by, that's excellent news. Another one though is in the mansion. And then the last one is down there. So 2 of the 3 targets are in perfectly friendly places. Although the fact that he's just out in public is not ideal. But we've got a seeker, so life could be worse.
My way! I'm about to piss out my way!
Now, did anyone see that? I don't think so. It looked like they were really going to at first. But we seem to have got away with it. So do we silence pistol kill this guy? He's a target, so we can assault him. We can even leave him there, because we don't have to hide people. It might be wise to go to Delgado Manor next and snipe our target who's over here, perhaps. Where exactly are they? Oh no, they're down in the basement, so they are in fact a pain in the ass. Once again, theft is going to bite us in the old bumhole. So we'll go and deal with our easy target first. He's stood at the end of the dock, and so is his friend. So we can't really shoot him from over here, as people will probably notice. What about from down here? Nobody's really watching us, are they? Someone saw him fall, but that's fine. We can live with that. So the best way to proceed is probably to go in through the Delgado mansion where I've taken out the cameras. But do we bring the sniper rifle along? Maybe we don't, because we're going to have to get down into the basement bit. So how useful is the sniper rifle going to be? The answer, I fear, is not very. Too many guards. But this is probably the best way, isn't it? We don't want to go round to the coca fields. 2 guards there. Guard up there as well.
Not just any plants, apparently. Some rare plants. That has to do with those experiments
He's fallen over.
over by the button plant.
Must be very important to him to risk his life like that.
I guess so.
Here he goes.
Not one to give up.
That's one potential witness out of the way. But that's also going to cause trouble over here. So let's bob back down. I'm glad we didn't have perfect shooter this time at least. Anyone going to come over and have a look? Maybe they're not. I'm trying to remember how you'd get into the mansion. If you were doing like a silent assassin suit only. Because this would let you over here, but then you can't jump down there. These gardeners are blocking the way. You need body found. Surely he'd already been found. I guess he hadn't already been found. So that's interesting. I do feel like I would like to tackle this from the coca fields direction though. Or potentially we kill the guards. No, because we'd have to steal a key card if we kill the guards outside this cave entrance. So let's go round to the fields. I'm just glad we didn't get a combination of theft and trespass, otherwise this would potentially be impossible. Hello. Yeah. Wasn't sure if this was going to be hostile as soon as I came up, but turns out the answer is yes. Maybe I do bring my sniper rifle. The fact that we don't have thingy, the ability to steal people's guns. Oops. Have I thrown it in such a place that I can't actually reach the damn thing? It looks like I have. Yeah, we can't steal people's guns, so... Frig. Have I just lost my sniper rifle by throwing it up there? Okay, we lost the sniper rifle. I was going to say, we're going to run out of ammo at some point because of the no theft thing. But now that we've lost the sniper rifle altogether, we are definitely at risk of running out of ammo. It's most unfortunate. Now, what about you lads? Down they go. We'll take down that camera as well. Although this guy's coming out because of the camera. Maybe if I'd left the camera up, guards would just have kept coming to this spot until the point where we finally retrieved our guy from downstairs. But no, we're fine. Pay no attention to me, friends. Good. Is anyone over here going to continue searching? This doesn't really help us coming up here, does it? Because...
Dispatch. Got a body on the ground. Hold on.
yeah, we've still got gardeners in there. So this hasn't helped. Although it does let us kill a few more guards. Piss. Okay. Let's lord over some more guards. So it's clearing the path. And it might keep the gardeners away, although no, the gardeners are just stood there and panicking. They come out one at a time. That might be nice.
Oh yeah, it's me. Garden's clear, and I'm moving on.
Yep, it's all clear. Totally clear. Yeah, these guys down here aren't hearing anything, which is great, otherwise we would be pincered in no time. Our man's still downstairs.
Marita, hey, we got someone causing trouble out here.
Yeah, you're inching a bit too close for my liking.
See, I haven't found shit yet. I'll let you know.
Shuffle away, friends. Oh, we got a submachine gun as well. I forgot about that. Good. So I threw away my sniper rifle for no fucking sensible reason at all. Yeah, you two back off.
Keep all your guard. Okay, okay.
Right, that might have alerted those two lads down there. Maybe. Looks like we killed a courier. But it also looks like nobody is actually coming up from down below. I thought some of those shots might have been a bit close and alerted those two gentlemen, but no. Yeah, you keep alerting guards, gardener friend.
Someone, please help me. Dear God. Holy a madman. What?
No, I don't think you saw where the shot came from there. Where's he off?
Where the hell did he go?
8 pistol bullets left, so we'll switch to submachine gun.
Oh my God. No, who is that?
Are they now coming down here to get Cokerfield guards? Or are they still dealing with mansion guards?
It's up. You're going to stop a maniac like a dog with rabies.
Because I don't want the gardeners coming down this way. Otherwise I might have to murk them as well. We don't really want to do that. They're just doing their jobs. I mean, so are the guards, but the guards' job involves murder.
Need some help here.
Yeah, so you're carrying on. He has gone to get Cokerfield guards. He's bagging and tagging.
Doesn't look good. I'll check it out.
Like, gardener's just come out to phone his friends, tell him about the murders. Yeah, you piss off. Down goes another. Here comes another.
Mierda, mierda! Think we have a casualty.
No. Good. However, that gardener's going to now get more people from down there. So we are kind of pincered at this point, maybe. Maybe now's a good time to move. No? Because that gardener's coming back. Which way are you going to go now? Are you going to go back to the fields? You are. And you are over there. No. Good. We're in. Although there's that maid. And Mrs. Delgado.
Come in, ready? She's insane. I think we got a mass murderer on our hands.
Could do without the maid and Mrs. Delgado panicking as well, but that's the world in which we live, it seems. They both want to run away, though. That would be great, instead of just standing around. Yeah, you two go about your routine. I'm not sure where Mrs. Delgado's routine takes her at this point. She just sits there. Okay, that's a pain in the butt. Because if she wasn't around, I could get past that maid. Who's over there? Just... no, it's two men. Okay, we can't take them out without potentially someone coming over here to see where the shots came from. Right, so she's gone. The maid is gonna do what exactly? Okay. We're getting away with it. Camera though. So this is one way of getting in. However, there's a bartender and we don't want to harm him. Let's think. Getting into the house, probably not a good idea. Because there's maids and whatnot in there. So maybe we do have to come in this way. Now, littering's not on our list. So we could throw that. And sneak on up here.
Freaky.
Although that's not necessarily going to help, because they're all going to see in there. They're going to be like, oh, that man's just died. So it's thinned out the numbers a smidge. But it's not really helped us get anywhere. There's a guard. We could possibly lure that guard in with the sink. And then kill him. What if we do a bit of cover changing? Maid's over there. Yeah. That wasn't wise. But it has potentially lured our man in. Yeah. Now she's kind of suspicious about that. Does that mean she's coming in? It looks like she's coming in. So we don't want to be in there anymore. Has the mess downstairs been cleaned up? Yeah. What's Barkeep up to? Just sweeping. Where's he gonna go now? That was cheeky. But it might help. Let's have a look. Maid is probably off somewhere telling someone about a gun that she's found. Oh. There goes a man. Now, who saw that? That was Mrs. Delgado. So she's probably going to come in and have a look at what that was now. But we're in the cupboard, so it's fine. This would be so much easier if I was willing to just murder civilians willy-nilly. But I'm not.
Something like that lying around.
You saw nothing, Mrs. Delgado. Pay no attention to that blood smear above the toilet. Okay, so Maid is back to business. That guy's gone downstairs. That's Rico Delgado himself, who's a civilian on this version of the map. He's not our target today. Now, this Maid is kind of a problem. Because if she wasn't there, we could potentially just run back. I mean, we could distract her, couldn't we? Does that count as vandalism? If we just put a bullet hole in the wall? It might do, you know. I think it probably does. We could distract her with the sink. Maybe. Does that count as vandalism? I don't know. It's easily cleaned up, and it leaves behind no mess once it's been cleaned up. So maybe sinks don't count as vandalism in the same way as turning on radios don't. But heck with it, we'll go this way instead. We'll keep working our way back downstairs and try not to kill the bartender. Oh. You saw nothing? Panicked, so I saw a white dot on the map, but I think that was Mrs. Delgado going upstairs rather than a guard coming down here. So we've got that guard. Down he goes, that's you panicked. Which way are you going? You're going to go find a guard, but you're going to find one downstairs. I hope so. Yeah. So whilst you're off doing that, we'll come this way.
What's up? Hey, I don't know what the hell is going on. Something is going on. He's no good. Run along now. I'll look into it.
Okay, so there's our target. Now we just need to escape.
I need help.
So how do we escape?
Somebody help me.
He's coming this way. We could go up a different flight of stairs to get out. But is that smart? Because we haven't cleared the path up here.
Come on. Nothing to see in the bar. Over.
Yep. Nothing to see in the bar, my friend. Cool. So, we're making progress. Mrs. D is somewhere. Can't see where. Now, you'll come back this way, aren't you? So, back over we go. Haven't worked this hard on keeping you alive to fail now. Now, everyone's still probably cleaning up over there. Yeah. Getting out is going to be tricky. Because the gardeners are kind of back. Doing their thing. There's also fewer guards out here now. What with all the murder. A lot of the patrollers have been taken out. There's a couple over there still. If we can take these two out... maybe we're in the clear? Looks like we're in the clear. Cool. No witnesses. No assaults. No thefts. No vandalism. Little bit of murder. But we've made it. Now, I'm really hoping theft does not come up this time. We've got 7 things on the wheel, and we're only picking 3. So logically that would suggest that theft shouldn't come up every single time, and yet that's what's happened so far. We've got assault, trespass, interesting, and finally firearms. Okay, so we can only shoot guns and whatnot if we have the appropriate outfit for it. I'm okay with these. Assault, trespass, firearms for a showdown on Hokkaido. So we're going to get a guard outfit from somewhere. We can't poison guard because that would be assault, so that's unfortunate. Assault did show up on all 4, didn't it? We can't poison or blind guards, in fact. So we can only get 2 out of our 4 challenges here, because we can poison target, and we could get... Do we go silence, pistol, kill, epic? That will require us to be a guard. I think that's fine, because we're not allowed to trespass, so we want to be a guard most of the time, I would imagine. So we'll take silent, pistol, kill, epic. We'll bring our usual tools, and probably a key hacker as well. Although is a key hacker going to be that useful, given as we're not allowed to trespass? It's hard to say, but we'll bring it anyway. We'll bring a submachine gun, just because we can. We'll probably bring a second seeker. Although, we're only allowed to assault our target, aren't we? So we need to know who they are before we poison them. Otherwise we'll be assaulting somebody that we're not allowed to touch. So I only need 1 seeker dart. Bring a rubber duck, perhaps. Just because we can. And maybe our coin. And who are we looking for anyway? Black hair, hat, earrings, necklace. So no glasses, no tattoo. And they're a dehydrated bookworm on a business meeting. Very well. Okay, Phoenix, we're coming for you. Now, step 1 is probably get a bodyguard outfit. And we need to do that. Oh, we can steal things again. Lovely. Yeah, we need to get a bodyguard outfit without assaulting anyone. We need to kill them outright. And we can't use firearms. So,
Daily checkups, they said.
let's see. There's probably an easy spot to do what we need. We might need to wait for Yuki to bugger off though. Yeah, Yuki's not part of the plan. These guys are part of the plan.
You investigate report. You are free to engage anyone you don't know.
No problem.
The only way we've really got of killing people without... Yeah, the only way we've got of killing people without shooting them is snapping their necks. So we've done that. We'll toss them over the edge. And good, we can now go to a lot more places without trouble. We can shoot guns. Still can't assault people. So let's go find our target. That's someone drinking. That's a good sign. We're looking for a dehydrated person. Hopefully they'll come on out in a moment. Smile, friend. Oh no, you've got glasses. Okay. Don't smile. Leave me alone. Smile, friend. You've also got glasses. And probably an assassin. Smile, friend. Ah! Black hair, hat, earrings, necklace. You are definitely sus. We just need to watch you for a bit and see if you read or drink. Also, you've got an assassin. Sup, fellow guard? Where are we going, eh?
Here. Oh God.
Guarding the client, are we?
Mayday next week.
Cool. Yeah, you keep guarding that client. Okay, she's gone in there. Would anyone notice if we were to ice this man? I mean, she would, probably. She's off to a meeting, though. What if we get a coin ready? Yeah, she's going there.
Aha.
Ah, there's a coin. You should totes go for it. Okay, not sure why those first couple of shots went through his head. But that's fine. That's him out of the way. Now, where did she go?
I wish. I had 2 lessons booked, but I just got informed that I have been bumped back in the
So Yuki is in there. That's dodgy timing, perhaps. I feel like these 3 are one type of meeting and these 3 are the other. So if she does a business meeting, she decides to do a business like an adult woman, then she's probably the one. And I suppose we can look up here. Wait a minute, were we?
Am I?
Sorry, I'm late.
No, we weren't trespassing in here. Good. Okay. That's the secret meeting right there.
The Emperor is not satisfied.
Got you.
Sorry, friends, you carry on with your secret meeting. I need to come up here and look at my other friends. So she fit the bill perfectly. That usually means the next time we find someone who fits the bill perfectly, they'll be the target, because there's generally only 2 people that fit the bill.
Huh?
Exactly. Let's have a look. So we've got a target there, who is what? Having a drink, maybe? Or no, you were just looking about. Okay, that would be trespassing if we were to go in there. Earrings, necklace, black hair, hat. You are our man, I'm fairly sure. It's just a case of which way are you going to go when you leave that room.
Yeah,
Come back that way, are you?
that's what I like to see.
Okay. Oh, you're going up there. Even better. I'm going to take the shot. Yeah, he's our man. Good. So that's that taken care of. If only we hadn't had assault on like every mission today, we could have got
Jason Porter,
a few more options done.
please come to the hospital entrance.
But alas,
A doctor will escort you to your checkup.
Stuff.
fish.
For Mr.
Yeah,
Jason Porter.
I do.
I guess you've got nothing for us. Oh no. We can buy back our sniper rifle that I'd already forgotten
The hospital entrance.
that we lost in Santa Fortuna because of my stupidity. I'm fairly sure I wasn't able to get it back, so retrieving it now is all well and good. And that's level 3 completed. At least it will be when I get the right side of the snowmobile. Now, I've got a legendary prize here. Oh, we've got the White Trinity. We've got an epic prize. Okay, that makes sense. We'll have a quick peek at the levels to see where we might be going for level 4 next time. I'd like Haven to be on the list. Just in case Trespass shows up, Haven is largely free of trespassing. So that would be nice. So what have we got there? Chongqing, Dartmoor, Scale, Miami, Santa. That's probably not a bad selection. And that's Assassination. Dartmoor, Haven, Marrakesh, Mendoza, Miami, New York. I think I like that a little less. Although Dartmoor, Haven, Miami are all the same. So it's basically a case of Chongqing, Scale, Santa Fortuna, or Marrakesh, Mendoza, New York. I'm going to go ahead and pick Assassination. So we'll be doing 3 of these missions next time. Unfortunately, we'll also be doing them with 4 banned crimes on each. So it's going to be an absolute nightmare. Until then though, let's all just chill out and enjoy ourselves. And then we'll start fretting next week when we're back. Thanks for watching, friends.